Science proves cats are blind to sweetness. Have you ever offered your cat a taste of ice cream or a bit of pastry, only for them to give it a quick sniff and walk away like you've just offered them a rock? You might think they're just being picky. It's a classic cat move after all. But the real reason is much weirder, and it's written directly into their DNA. Your cat isn't being fussy. It's physically, genetically blind to the taste of sweetness. We're about to explore the truly bizarre world of the feline tongue. First, a quick lesson on taste. Your tongue is covered in thousands of tiny taste receptors, which work like locks. Molecules in food sugar, salt, acid are the keys. When the right key hits the right lock, a signal zips to your brain telling you, hey, this is sweet. Scientists analyzed the DNA of cats and their wild relatives, and they found that in every single feline, from a lion to your tabby on the sofa, the TAS1R2 gene is basically broken. It's like trying to build something, but a vital part is missing from the instructions. Without it, the sweet lock can never be fully built. The sugar key can float by all day, but there's nothing for it to fit into. No signal ever gets sent to the brain. Cats have to eat meat to survive. Their entire biology is built for it. Sweetness is the taste of carbohydrates, a quick energy source. For an omnivore like a person or a bear, finding sugary fruit is a huge win. They aren't missing out on our world of flavor. They're living in a completely different one, a world that's far more intense for their needs. This is where their sense of taste gets really extraordinary. For a cat, the king of all tastes is umami. For millions of years, your cat's ancestors hunted. While our umami taste is mostly triggered by one amino acid, cats are tuned to detect a whole range of compounds found specifically in meat. They are masters at detecting certain nucleotides, like inosine monophosphate. And what food is famously loaded with that, plus another amino acid cats love called L-histidine? Tuna. Science has proven what cat owners have known forever. Cats go nuts for tuna because its chemical signature sends a powerful umami blast to their brain, signaling a top-tier source of protein. You get it from things like seared steak or rich mushrooms. Hit that like button, it really helps the channel out. They are blind to sugar, all thanks to a tiny genetic deletion that steered their entire evolutionary journey. Skip the sugar and offer them a small, unseasoned piece of cooked chicken or fish instead. You won't just be giving them a treat, you'll be speaking their language. You'll be honoring the wild hunter that lives inside every house cat, and connecting with them in the way their biology always intended. This wasn't a loss. It was a specialization that made them the perfect carnivores they are today. Instead of sweetness, they have a palate that's incredibly sensitive to the tastes that matter for their survival. The savory flavor of umami that signals protein, and the rich taste of fat that signals energy. And for more videos that unravel the amazing biology of the animals in our lives, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. For us, it's a nice flavor. For your cat, it's the whole show. Their diet was mice, birds, and other small animals. There were no berries or grains on the menu. It's the most common objection, and it seems to contradict everything we've just talked about. But there's a simple scientific answer, and a sense of sour helps them identify meat that's gone bad. Surprisingly, salt isn't a major driver for them. It's all about savory, meaty, fatty goodness. This blend of umami and fat detection creates a sensory world focused on one thing: finding the best meat. To a cat, sugar has no taste. It might as well be water. They are quite literally sweet blind. Fat is the most energy-dense nutrient, crucial for a predator that needs fuel for the hunt. What they're drawn to is the high concentration of fat and the protein from the milk. To their specialized tongue, vanilla ice cream isn't a sweet treat. It's a rich, fatty, creamy substance. They're detecting the very things their carnivore brain is hardwired to find. The sugar is just an invisible, tasteless ingredient along for the ride. The same goes for yogurt, cheese, or that bit of donut they seem to want. It's always about the fat and protein, never the sweetness. A key piece of the gene's code, about 247 genetic letters long, is just missing. We'll look at the strange science behind a genetic mutation that makes your cat completely unable to taste sugar. In a world full of sugary things that so many animals, including us, and dogs find irresistible, why are cats totally indifferent? For years, scientists and cat owners noticed this. In early studies, When given the choice between plain water and sugar water, cats showed zero preference. They just didn't care. The answer, when it was finally found, was hiding in a tiny broken piece of their genetic code. From an evolutionary standpoint, keeping the genetic hardware to taste sugar was a waste of resources. So over time, when a random mutation broke the sweet receptor gene, it didn't hurt cats at all. In fact, by stopping them from seeking out food that wasn't right for them, it was probably an advantage. More than that, we'll uncover what their tongue is actually for. A world of flavor so different from ours that it explains almost everything about why they eat the way they do. It all starts with a basic question. Section 1. The genetic glitch. Why your cat ignores sugar. So what's the science here? For sweetness, the lock is a bit more complex. It's made of two different protein parts that have to link up to work. These proteins are created by two separate genes, known to science as TAS1R3 and TAS1R2. Humans have both. Dogs have both. Most other mammals have both. Cats don't. Incredible research from the Monal Chemical Senses Center finally cracked the case. Because of this deletion, a cat's body can't produce that second protein correctly. But that raises an even bigger question. Why would evolution get rid of what seems like such a basic? Section 2. An evolutionary advantage. The carnivore's palate. The answer is all about what a cat is. An obligate carnivore. The word obligate means by necessity. In biology, taste isn't about pleasure. It's about survival. Each taste points to something your body needs. But for a cat, that signal is pointless. Their bodies aren't built to efficiently use carbs for energy. They run on protein and fat. So your cat's inability to taste sweetness isn't a flaw. It's a finely tuned adaptation that makes it a more perfect hunter. If their tongue isn't for sugar, what is it for? Forget sweet. Umami is the fifth basic taste. That savory, brothy, meaty flavor. Cat's tongue is a hypersensitive umami detecting machine. And it doesn't stop there. It's now confirmed that cats can also taste fat. This makes perfect sense. Their other tastes are mostly for defense. They have several types of bitter receptors to help them detect potentially toxic compounds in spoiled food. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Hold on. My cat absolutely loves ice cream. Your cat isn't tasting the sugar. They can't. Understanding this helps us see past our own human way of thinking about taste and appreciate the unique biological reality of our pets. If this look into the science of your cat's senses gave you a new appreciation for your feline friend, a cat's sensory world is totally different from ours. So the next time you think about sharing a sweet treat with your cat, remember what their tongue is actually looking for.